Welcome to the video on how to create a dataset in Excel. This dataset will be used in future lessons as we learn other basic Excel tips. So I'll actually use a real life example for this, something I had to do recently. Ultimately, my friends were interested in, we had a debate on how much sleep we were getting every night. So to construct the dataset, we needed to think about what we wanted to track. So the first thing we needed was name. So you see in A1, I'll put name as our column header. Then we wanted to see what date it was. And we were ultimately going to start this on the 1st of September, which was a Sunday, if you don't remember, and do it over the next week. Now you'll see here, if I click on the cell and hover over until the little plus sign shows up and start dragging down the cell, Excel notices that I'm trying to increment the date up one, so it will fill automatically for me. So you see 9/1, 9/2, 9/3, 9/4, all the way through the weekend on 9/7. We were also curious about what actual day of the week this is, so we'll use the column header day. And 9/1 was a Sunday, 9/2 was a Monday, and you see here, this is another trick, if you grab both cells, again hover until it turns into a plus, and drag it down, it notices that you're trying to increment the actual day of the week. So it will fill that in for you. I'm just going to resize this column a little bit so we have all the data in there. The other thing we were interested in is whether it was a weekend or not. So I'm going to add this weekend column header, and I'm just going to flag if it's a weekend. So Sunday I don't consider a weekend because you have to work the next day. But Friday and Saturday I do, so I'm going to put a 1 in those columns. The other one was children. One of our friends, Kenny, actually has a child, and we thought that might impact the level of sleep he gets every night. So here we're going to put a flag for if someone has children. Now, what I'll do is I'll start entering the names. One person in this study's name was Michelle. All names have been changed to protect the identity of the people in the sleep study. And then the other people, and you'll see I can duplicate this for other people simply by copying the area that I originally had and pasting it. We have 3 people in the study, 2 more times below. So here I'm going to put Bob. I'm going to take Bob, and the same thing, if you pull this cell down, Bob will go all the way through. And I went one too far, but ultimately here the last person is Kenny. And you see here for children, Michelle and Bob do not have any kids. So I'm going to just paste that 0 all the way down. Well, Kenny does, so I'm going to turn the flag equal to 1. That signifies that he has children. The final column that will complete our data set is actually the hours of sleep we have every day. So here I'll type in hours of sleep as the last column, and we'll enter the data. So 14, then 7, 6, 6, 5, 7, 11. If you're wondering, yes, I did memorize the amount of sleep all of my friends got through an entire week off the top of my head. It's pretty impressive. So you see there, I filled out the hours of sleep they have, and voila, I have my table and data set. I can resize some of the columns. If you know how, you can format some of the numbers, although we will get to that later. So this spreadsheet will be available on our website for download, and this will be used in future lessons to help answer some of the questions on how this study turned out.